But you, O Lord, are a shield for me, my glory and the lifter up of mine head. There are days when the head bows without my deciding it. Shame, weariness, defeat bend it toward the ground. But the psalmist declares who does the opposite. You, O Lord, are the lifter of my head. I do not force it up alone, there is a hand that raises it. The same hand that is a shield around me makes me look up again. That is why today, though something tries to bow me, you are the lifter of my head. There are days the head bows down without deciding, oh God. Shame bends it to the ground. My soul in you is your rock. But you lift up my head. You are shield and my glory. I raise it not alone, you raise it. My soul in you is your story. The same hand that shields me makes me look up high. Though something tries to bow me, my soul to you draws nigh. A shield around me, oh Lord. When shame bows me down low, my soul in you is restored. I do not rise on my own. There is a hand that lifts me. You are the lifter of my head. My life in you sets me free. I cried unto the Lord with my voice, and he heard me out of his holy hill. The head is lifted when I cry out, and God answers. The psalmist lifts his head not by willpower, but because he cried to God and was answered from his holy hill. That is why looking up again begins by crying out, by asking God to do what I cannot do alone. Because the soul whose head is bowed by the weight does not force it up with its own strength, but cries to the Lord, and being answered from his holy hill, feels how the hand of God lifts up again its head. I laid me down and slept, and awoke, for the Lord sustained me. I will not fear 10,000s of people. My soul in you rested free. Arise, O Lord, save me, O my God. You have smitten all my enemies. Salvation belongs unto the Lord. My soul in you are your liberties. You are the lifter of my head, a shield around me, O Lord. When shame bows me down low, my soul in you restored. I do not rise on my own. There is a hand that lifts me. You are the lifter of my head. My life in you
sets me free.
I laid me down and slept. I awoke, for the Lord sustained me. The lifted head rests in knowing God sustains me, even while I sleep. The psalmist could sleep and wake in the midst of danger, because he knew the Lord sustained him while he rested. That is why lifting the head does not require me to watch all night myself, but to trust that God sustains me, even when I can do nothing. Because the soul whose head God lifts can lie down in peace and sleep, knowing that the same God who raises it sustains it, while it sleeps, and will wake it again, because it is He who sustains it. You are the lifter of my head today. You are the lifter of my head, a shield around me, oh Lord. When shame bows me down low, my soul in you is restored. I do not rise on my own. There is a hand that lifts me. You are the lifter of my head. My life in you sets me free. He brought me up also out of an horrible pit, out of the miry clay, and set my feet upon a rock, and established my goings. The psalmist describes two very different places: a pit of mire where everything sinks, and a firm rock where one is safe. And he describes the journey from one to the other. God brought him up out of the pit. He did not just lift him a little, but set his feet on a rock and established his steps. When I feel I am sinking in the mire of anguish, there is a God who brings me up and plants me on something firm. That is why today my feet are not in the mire, but established upon the rock.
The psalmist describes two places so different, oh God. A pit of mire, a rock. My soul in you is your rod. He brought me up out of the mire, set my feet upon the rock. He established my goings. My soul in you is his flock. When I sink down in the mire of anguish, oh Lord, you bring me up and plant me firm. My soul to you is your cord. He brought me up out of the pit and set my feet upon the rock he placed me. My feet are no longer in the mire. My soul in you has braced me. When I feel that I am sinking, God brings me up and makes me firm. He brought me up out of the pit and set my feet. My life in you will not squirm.
I waited patiently for the Lord, and he inclined unto me and heard my cry. Being brought up out of the pit comes after patient waiting and a cry that was heard. The psalmist did not come out of the pit at once. He waited patiently, cried out, and God inclined to hear him. That is why being brought up out of the mire sometimes includes a time of waiting. But it is a waiting in which God ends up inclining to hear my cry. Because the soul that is in the horrible pit of despair is not always brought up at once, but But if it waits patiently and cries out, it discovers that the Lord inclines toward it, hears its cry, and in His time brings it up out of the mire and sets it upon the rock.
He has put a new song in my mouth, even praise unto our God. Many shall see it and fear. My soul in you is His rod. Blessed is the man that makes the Lord his trust. Many, O Lord, my God, are your wonders. My soul in you is just. He brought me up out of the pit and set my feet upon the rock He placed me. My feet are no longer in the mire. My soul in you has braced me. When I feel that I am sinking, God brings me up and makes me firm. He brought me up out of the pit and set my feet. My life in you will not squirm.
He has put a new song in my mouth, even praise unto our God. Being brought up out of the pit ends with a new song in the mouth. The psalmist, once set upon the rock, receives a new song. Coming out of the mire becomes praise. That is why being brought up out of the pit does not leave me silently grateful. But with a new song I could not sing while in the mire, because the soul that God brings up out of the pit and sets on the rock does not only regain its balance, but receives a new song, since the same hand that brought it out of the mire and established its steps puts in its mouth the praise that springs from having been rescued.
He brought me up
Out of the pit today.
He brought me up out of the pit and set my feet upon the rock He placed me. My feet are no longer in the mire. My soul in you has braced me. When I feel that I am sinking, God brings me up and makes me firm. He brought me up out of the pit and set my feet. My life in you will not squirm.
The Lord upholds all that fall, and raises up all those that be bowed down. There is a word in this verse that relieves me all. It says not that God upholds some who fall, but all that fall. He raises not just a few who are bowed down, but all those bowed down. Sometimes I believe my fall is too ugly for God to uphold me, but that all leaves no one out. It includes me too. That is why, when I fall, I do not stay outside His care, for the Lord upholds.
All that fall. that relieves me in the verse, all, O God, not some, but all. My soul in you is your rod. The Lord upholds those who fall, raises up the bowed down, that all leaves no one out. My soul in you wears his crown. I think my fall is too ugly for your hand, oh Lord, but that all includes me. My soul to you is your cord. The Lord lifts up all who fall. He upholds all those that fall. That all includes me also. My soul in you won't fall. When I fall, I am not left outside of your care, oh God. The Lord lifts up all who fall. My life in you is your rod.
The eyes of all wait upon you, and you give them their meat in due season. The God who lifts up the fallen also sustains all with his provision. The psalm beside lifting the fallen speaks of a God who feeds all in due season. The same who upholds in the fall provides in the need. That is why the God who lifts me when I fall is also the one who feeds me each day. A God whose care embraces both my falls and my needs. Because the soul that trusts in the Lord who upholds all who fall discovers that the same care extends to every part of its life. Since the eyes of all wait upon him, and the same God who lifts the fallen opens his hand and satisfies with good every living thing.
The Lord is righteous in all his ways and holy in all his works. The Lord is near to all who call him. My soul in you are his works. He will fulfill the desire of them that fear him. He will hear their cry and save them. The Lord preserves all that love him. My soul in you is his haven. The Lord lifts up all who fall. He upholds all those that fall. That all includes me also. My soul in you won't fall. When I fall, I am not left outside of your care, oh God. The Lord lifts up all who fall. My life in you is your rod.
The Lord is near unto all them that call upon him, to all that call upon him in truth. The God who upholds the fallen is near to all who call upon him in truth. The psalm repeats that word, all who call upon him in truth. The upholding of God is not far off, but near to whoever seeks him sincerely. That is why, when I fall, I do not have to shout toward a distant God, for he is already near to all who call upon him in truth. Because the soul that falls and calls upon God sincerely does not cry into the void, but to a God who is near, who upholds those who fall, raises up the bowed down and stands beside all who in truth seek him. The Lord lifts up all who fall today.
My soul in you won't fall. When I fall, I am not left outside of your care, oh God. The Lord lifts up all who fall. My life in you is your rock.
The Lord lifts up the meek. He casts the wicked down to the ground. The world tends to lift up those who impose themselves, the strong, the loud. But the psalmist describes a God who does the opposite. The Lord lifts up the meek. He raises not the one who thinks himself great, but the one who knows himself small. That changes how I seek to be lifted. I do not push my way through with my elbows, but I humble myself before God. That is why, if I want to be lifted by His hand, I remember the Lord lifts up the meek.
The world lifts up the imposing, the strong, oh God, but you do the opposite. My soul in you is your rock. The Lord lifts up the meek, casts the wicked to the ground, not the one who thinks himself great. My soul in you is found. I push not my way with elbows, but I humble myself, oh Lord. If I want to be lifted, my soul to you is your core. The Lord lifts up the meek and casts the wicked to the ground, not the one who thinks himself great. My soul in you is found. If I want to be lifted by you, I humble myself before your hand. The Lord lifts up the meek. My life in you I stand.
He heals the broken in heart and binds up their wounds. The God who lifts up the meek also heals the brokenhearted. The psalm joins lifting the meek with healing the broken in heart. The same God who exalts the humble binds up the wounds of the wounded. That is why seeking to be lifted by God is not hiding my wounds, but bringing them to the one who heals the brokenhearted. Because the humble soul that draws near to God with its broken heart is not despised for its weakness, but is healed, since the same God who lifts up the meek bends down to bind up the wounds of the broken heart, raising up the one who comes to him, acknowledging its pain.
Great is our Lord, and of great power. His understanding is infinite. He counts the number of the stars. My soul in you is my right. Sing unto the Lord with thanksgiving. Sing praise upon the harp unto our God. He prepares rain for the earth. My soul in you is your rod. The Lord lifts up the meek and casts the wicked to the ground. Not the one who thinks himself great. My soul in you is found. If I want to be lifted by you, I humble myself before your hand. The Lord lifts up the meek. My life in you I stand.
The Lord takes pleasure in them that fear him, in those that hope in his mercy. The God who lifts up the meek delights in those who hope in his mercy. The Psalm says God's pleasure is not in the strength of the horse nor of man, but in those who fear him and hope in his mercy. That is why being lifted by God depends not on my power nor my achievements, but on fearing him and hoping in his mercy, not in my own strength. Because the humble soul that hopes in the mercy of God is the one in whom he takes pleasure. Since the Lord delights not in the strength nor the power of man, but lifts up and sustains the one who, humble, fears his name and hopes in his mercy. The Lord lifts up the meek today.
The Lord lifts up the meek and casts the wicked to the ground. Not the one who thinks himself great. My soul in you is found. If I want to be lifted by you, I humble myself before your hand. The Lord lifts up the meek. My life in you I stand.
Though he fall, he shall not be utterly cast down, for the Lord upholds him with his hand. The psalmist does not say the righteous will never fall. He says something more realistic and more hopeful. When he falls, he shall not be utterly cast down forever. There is a difference between stumbling and lying defeated on the ground. I may fall, but I will not stay down, for God holds my hand. While his hand grips mine, no fall is final. That is why, though I stumble today, I shall not be cast down, for he upholds my hand.
The psalmist says not the righteous will never follow God, but something more hopeful. My soul in you is your rod. Though he fall, not cast down, for he upholds his hand. There is a difference to fall, my soul in you I stand, and to lie defeated on the ground. I may fall but not stay down, while you grip my hand, my soul to you your hand grips mine. No fall of mine is final. Though he fall, he shall not be cast down. My life in you is not mortal.
The steps of a good man are ordered by the Lord, and he delights in his way. Not being cast down rests on God himself ordering my steps. The Psalm says the steps of the good man are ordered by the Lord. If he directs my way, my fall is no irreparable derailment. That is why stumbling does not mean God has let go of me, but that the same one who orders my steps still holds my hand. Because the soul whose steps are ordered by God is not lost when it stumbles, since the same Lord who directs its way and delights in its path upholds its hand when it falls, and sets it again on its feet to follow the way he ordered.
I have been young and now am old, yet I have not seen the righteous forsaken, nor his seed begging bread. My soul in you is his token. Depart from evil and do good, and dwell forevermore. For the Lord loves judgment, my soul in you is his store. Though he fall, he shall not be cast down, for the Lord upholds my hand. To fall is not to be defeated. My soul in you I stand. While your hand grips mine, no fall of mine is final. Though he fall, he shall not be cast down. My life in you is not mortal.
Wait on the Lord, and keep his way, and he shall exalt you to inherit the land. Not being cast down is joined to waiting on the Lord and keeping his way. The Psalm calls to wait on God and keep his way, with the promise of being exalted. Rising after the fall includes waiting and walking on with him. That is why, when I fall, I do not stay on the ground lamenting, but wait on the Lord and return to his way, trusting in his promise. Because the soul that falls but waits on God does not give up lying on the ground, but waits on the Lord, keeps his way, and trusts that the same God who upholds its hand will exalt it in his time. For no fall is the end for the one who waits on him.
Though he fall,
He shall not
be cast down today. Though he fall, he shall not be cast down. For the Lord upholds my hand. To fall is not to be defeated. My soul in you I stand. grips mine. No fall of mine is final. Though he fall, he shall not be cast down. My life in you is not mortal.
The Lord will strengthen him upon the bed of languishing. You will make all his bed in his sickness. There is a place where human strength does not reach, the bed of pain. When sickness lays me low in bed, I cannot rise by myself. But the psalmist promises that God sustains even there. The Lord will strengthen him upon the bed of languishing. He says not that he always lifts me from the bed at once, but that he sustains me in it, making my bed in my sickness. That is why, even laid low by pain, I am not alone. For the Lord sustains me on the bed.
There is a place where human strength does not reach, oh God, the bed of pain. My soul in you is your rod.
The Lord strengthens on the bed, makes my bed in sickness. He lifts me not always at once.
My soul in you is his witness, but he sustains me in it, even laid low, oh Lord. I am not alone in pain. My soul to you is your cord. The Lord strengthens him on his bed of pain. He makes the bed in sickness, even laid low. I am not alone. My soul in you is his witness. Where human strength does not reach, there your hand sustains me. The Lord strengthens him on his bed of pain. My life in you contains me.
Blessed is he that considers the poor. The Lord will deliver him in time of trouble. The God who sustains on the bed honors the one who cares for the weak. The psalm begins blessing the one who considers the poor, promising deliverance in the day of trouble. The same care I receive from God calls me to care for other weak ones. That is why being sustained by God on the bed of pain reminds me to care for those who suffer. Because the God who sustains me in my sickness blesses the one who sustains others. Because the soul that has been sustained by God in its weakness learns to consider the poor and the sick, since the same God who strengthens it upon the bed of pain promises to deliver in the day of trouble the one who, having received that care, also considers those who suffer.
The Lord will preserve him and keep him alive. He shall be blessed upon the earth. You will not deliver him to his enemies. My soul in you finds worth. I said, Lord, be merciful unto me, heal my soul, for I have sinned against you. As for me, you uphold me in my integrity. My soul in you holds true. The Lord strengthens him on his bed of pain. He makes the bed in sickness. Even lay low, I am not alone. My soul in you is his witness. Where human strength does not reach, there your hand sustains me. The Lord strengthens him on his bed of pain. My life in you contains me. As for me, you uphold me in my integrity and set me before your face forever. Being sustained on the bed ends with being set before God forever. The psalmist ends giving thanks that God upholds him and sets him before his face forever. The sustaining in sickness points to an eternal nearness with God. That is why being sustained by God in pain is not only easing the body, but being carried to stand before him forever. Because the soul that God sustains on the bed of pain is not sustained only for this moment, but is upheld in its integrity and set before God forever, so that the same sustaining that holds it in sickness carries it to a presence that does not end. The Lord strengthens him on his bed today.
The Lord strengthens him on his bed of pain. He makes the bed in sickness. Even lay low, I am not alone. My soul in you is his witness. Where human strength does not reach, there your hand sustains me. The Lord strengthens him on his bed of pain. My life in you contains me.
The Lord opens the eyes of the blind. The Lord raises them that are bowed down. The Lord loves the righteous. The psalmist paints God in a series of lifting actions. He opens the eyes of the blind. He raises those who are bowed down. There are burdens that bend us little by little until we walk bowed. But the Lord straightens those the weight has bowed. He does not leave us bent forever, but sets us upright again. That is why, if life has been bending me down, there is a God who raises those bowed down.
The psalmist paints God lifting up, oh God. He opens eyes, raises the fallen. My soul in you is your rock.
The Lord raises the bowed down. He lifts up the fallen.
The weight keeps bending us. My soul in you is his haven. He leaves us not bowed over forever, oh Lord. He sets us upright again. My soul to you is your cord. The Lord raises those bowed down. He lifts up all who fall. The weight no longer bends me. My soul in you stands tall. If life has been bending me down, you straighten me again. The Lord raises those bowed down. My life in you is my gain.
The Lord preserves the strangers. He relieves the fatherless and widow. The God who straightens the bowed also sustains the helpless. The psalm lists those God cares for: strangers, the fatherless, widows. The same who straightens the bowed sustains those who have no one to sustain them. That is why being straightened by God includes me among the helpless He cares for. A God who specializes in sustaining precisely those no one else sustains, because the bowed soul that no one else seems to sustain is precisely the one God attends to. Since the same Lord who straightens the bowed preserves the stranger, relieves the fatherless and the widow, bending down with care toward all who are without help.
The Lord shall reign forever, even your God, O Zion, unto all generations. Blessed is he whose helper is the Lord. My soul in you are relations. Who made heaven and earth, the sea and all that is therein? Who keeps truth forever? My soul in you I begin. The Lord raises those bowed down. He lifts up all who fall. The weight no longer bends me. My soul in you stands tall. If life has been bending me down, you straighten me again. The Lord raises those bowed down. My life in you is my gain.
Happy is he that has the God of Jacob for his help, whose hope is in the Lord his God. Being straightened by God makes happy the one who hopes in him. The psalm declares happy the one who has God for help and hope. Being straightened by him is joined to placing my hope in the Lord and not in men. That is why being lifted by God teaches me where to place my hope, not in princes nor in strengths that fail, but in the God who raises the fallen, because the soul whose helper is the God of Jacob does not rest its hope on what fades, but on the Lord who made heaven and earth, who keeps truth forever, and who raises up those bowed down, making happy all who hope in him. The Lord raises those bowed down today.
The Lord raises those bowed down. He lifts up all who fall. The weight no longer bends me. My soul in you stands tall. If life has been bending me down, you straighten me again. The Lord raises those bowed down. My life in you is my gain.
My soul follows hard after you. Your right hand upholds me. The psalmist describes two movements that go together. My soul follows hard after you, and your right hand upholds me. I cling to God, and God holds me with his mighty hand. It is not only that I hold on, it is that while I hold on, he upholds me. Though my hand be weak, his is strong and does not let go. That is why, while I cling to God with all I have, your right hand upholds me.
The psalmist describes two movements that go together, oh God. My soul follows hard after you. My soul in you is your eye. My soul follows hard after you. Your right hand upholds me. I hold on, you hold me. My soul in you enfolds me. Though my hand be weak, yours is strong, oh Lord. Your right hand lets not go. My soul to you is your cord. Your right hand upholds me. My soul follows hard after you. I hold on, you hold me. My soul in you holds true. Though my hand be weak, yours is strong and lets not go. Your right hand upholds me, my life in you I show.
O God, you are my God. Early will I seek you. My soul thirsts for you. The right hand that upholds me responds to a soul that seeks God with thirst. The psalmist seeks God early with thirst and longing. From that passionate seeking springs the clinging to which God responds by upholding him. That is why feeling God's right hand upholding me begins by seeking him with thirst, by longing for him at dawn as dry ground longs for water. Because the soul that thirsts for God and seeks him early clings to him with all its longing, and clinging so discovers that the right hand of God upholds it, answering its thirst with a firm embrace that does not let it fall.
Thus will I bless you while I live. I will lift up my hands in your name. My soul shall be satisfied as with marrow. My soul in you is his flame. I remember you upon my bed and meditate on you in the night watches. Because you have been my help, my soul in you is what matches. Your right hand upholds me, my soul follows hard after you. my life in you I show.
In the shadow of your wings will I rejoice. The right hand that upholds me also shelters me under the shadow of his wings. The psalmist is not only upheld by God's right hand, but rejoices in the shadow of his wings, as under a refuge. That is why being upheld by God is at once being held and being sheltered, upheld by his strong hand and protected under his wings. Because the soul that clings to God and is upheld by his right hand not only stays on its feet, but finds joy in the shadow of his wings, so that the same nearness that upholds it also shelters it, and it rejoices singing beneath the refuge of its God. Your right hand upholds me today.
Your right hand upholds me, my soul follows hard after you. I hold on, you hold me, my soul in you holds true. Though my hand be weak, yours is strong, and let's not go. Your right hand upholds me, my life in you I show.
Behold, God is mine helper. The Lord is with them that uphold my soul. The psalmist, surrounded by enemies, finds a certainty that holds him up. Behold, God is mine helper. He says, not perhaps God will help me, but behold, look, God is my helper. And he goes further. The Lord is among those who uphold my life. When I count who is on my side, the first and most important is God himself. That is why, though I feel surrounded, God is the one who upholds my soul.
The psalmist, surrounded by foes, finds certainty, O God. Behold, God is my helper. My soul in you is your rock. The Lord upholds my life. Not perhaps, but behold, my soul in you is his shelter. When I count who is on my side, O Lord, the first is you yourself. My soul to you is your core. Behold, he is my helper. The first on my side is you. My soul in you is his shelter. Though I feel surrounded, God himself upholds my life. God is the one who upholds my soul, my life in you past strife. He
Hear my prayer, O God. Give ear to the words of my mouth. Recognizing that God upholds my life springs from crying to Him in prayer. The psalmist, before declaring that God helps him, asks Him to hear his prayer. The certainty of being upheld is born of having cried out and been heard. That is why knowing God upholds my life begins by speaking with Him, by bringing Him my situation in prayer and trusting that He hears. Because the soul that cries to God and presents the words of its mouth does not cry in vain, but discovers in praying that the same God to whom it speaks is the one who helps it and upholds its life, answering with His presence the cry of His own. I will freely sacrifice unto you. I will praise your name, O Lord, for it is good. For you have delivered me out of all trouble. My soul in you is my ground.
My eye has seen His desire upon my enemies. He has delivered me out of all trouble. Good is your name, O Lord. My soul in you is no rubble. God is the one who upholds my soul. Behold, He is my helper. The first on my side is you. My soul in you is His shelter. Though I feel surrounded, God Himself upholds my life. God is the one who upholds my soul. My life in you past strife.
For He has delivered me out of all trouble, and my eye has seen its desire upon my enemies. The God who upholds my life also delivers me out of all trouble. The psalmist, upheld by God, looks back and sees he was delivered out of all trouble. The upholding of God is not only endurance, but deliverance. That is why being upheld by God does not mean staying trapped in trouble, but being upheld until I am fully delivered out of it. Because the soul whose life is upheld by God is not upheld only to endure, but is carried by the same hand that upholds it until it comes out of all trouble, so that the upholding of God ends in freedom and a grateful praise to His good name.
God is the one
Who upholds my soul.
today. God is the one who upholds my soul. Behold, He is my helper. The first on my side is you. My soul in you is His shelter. Though I feel surrounded, God Himself upholds my life. God is the one who upholds my soul. My life in you past strife.
Behold, God is mine helper. The Lord is with them that uphold my soul. The psalmist, surrounded by enemies, finds a certainty that holds him up. Behold, God is mine helper. He says not perhaps God will help me, but
My help comes from the Lord, which made heaven and earth. The psalmist asks a question and gives himself the right answer. From where shall my help come? Not from the hills, not from my own strength, not from men, but from the Lord, who made heaven and earth. When I need help, the first thing is to look to the right place. Many seek help where there is none, but I know where mine comes from. That is why, in my need, I lift my eyes, for my help comes from the Lord.
The psalmist asks a question and answers, "O God, from where shall my help come? My soul in you is your rod. My help comes from the Lord, the maker of earth and sky, not from hills nor from men. My soul in you draws nigh. Many seek for help where there is none, O Lord, but I know where mine comes. My soul to you is your cord. My help comes from the Lord, who made the heaven and earth. I lift my eyes to the right place. My soul in you finds worth. Many seek where there is none, but I know from where mine comes. My help comes from the Lord. My life in you overcomes.
He will not suffer your foot to be moved. He that keeps you will not slumber. The help that comes from the Lord includes a keeper who never sleeps. The psalm promises that God will not let my foot be moved, for the one who keeps me does not slumber by day or by night. That is why the help of God is not occasional nor careless, but the constant watching of the one who never closes his eyes over me. Because the soul whose help comes from the Lord does not fear falling through a lapse of God, since the one who keeps it neither slumbers nor sleeps, but watches over it continually, upholding its foot that it slip not by day and by night.
The Lord is your keeper, the Lord is your shade upon your right hand. The sun shall not smite you by day. My soul in you is his land. Nor the moon by night, the Lord shall preserve you from all evil. He shall preserve your soul. My soul in you finds no evil. My help comes from the Lord, who made the heaven and earth. I lift my eyes to the right place. My soul in you finds worth. Many seek where there is none, but I know from where mine comes. My help comes from the Lord. My life in you overcomes.
The Lord shall preserve your going out and your coming in from this time forth, and even forevermore. The help that comes from the Lord covers every going out and coming in, forever. The psalm promises that God will keep all my going and coming, without limit of time. The help of God is not only for an emergency, but for all my life. That is why knowing where my help comes from gives me peace in every step. For the same God who helps me today will keep my way forever. Because the soul whose help comes from the Lord does not receive a passing aid, but a keeping that covers its going out and its coming in, every departure and every return, from this time forth and forevermore, so that in all its way the help of its God never fails.
My help comes
From the
Lord.
today.
My help comes from the Lord, who made the heaven and earth. I lift my eyes to the right place. My soul in you finds worth. Many seek where there is none, but I know from where mine comes. My help comes from the Lord. My life in you overcomes.
My help comes from the Lord.
They shall bear you up in their hands, lest you dash your foot against a stone. The psalmist uses a tender image for the care of God. To be borne up in hands, as one carries someone fragile lest they be hurt. God gives orders that I be borne up in hands, with such care that my foot does not stumble even on a stone. It is not that the road has no stones, but that I am carried over them. That is why, on a road full of stumbling blocks, I am borne up in hands.
The psalmist uses an image, tender, O God, to be borne up in hands with care. My soul in you is your rod. They shall bear you up in their hands, lest your foot should stumble. Like someone fragile, my soul in you won't crumble. It is not the road has no stones, O Lord, but I am carried over them. My soul to you is your cord. They shall bear you up in their hands, lest your foot should dash on a stone. On a road full of stones, my soul in you is not alone. It is not the road has no stones, but that I am carried over. They shall bear you up in their hands. My life in you is my cover.
For he shall give his angels charge over you, to keep you in all your ways. Being borne up in hands springs from God giving orders that I be kept.
The psalm says God commands his angels to keep me in all my ways. Being born up in hands is not chance, but an order of God over my life. That is why the care that upholds me is not random, but the result of God himself commanding that I be kept in every way. Because the soul that is born up in hands, lest it stumble, does not depend on luck nor chance, but on the command of God, who has given charge concerning it that it be kept in all its ways, so that every step is covered by the care that the Lord himself has appointed. He that dwells in the secret place of the Most High shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty. I will say of the Lord my refuge, my soul in you is mighty. He shall deliver you from the snare, from the noisome pestilence. He shall cover you with his feathers. My soul in you is his presence. They shall bear you up in their hands, lest your foot should dash on a stone. On a road full of stones, my soul in you is not alone. It is not the road has no stones, but that I am carried over. They shall bear you up in their hands. My life in you is my cover. Because he has set his love upon me, therefore will I deliver him. I will set him on high, because he has known my name. Being born up in hands answers, having set my love upon God. The psalm ends with God promising to set on high the one who has set his love on him. Being upheld and lifted answers, having known and loved his name. That is why being born up in hands by God is no cold transaction, but the response of God to the soul that has set its love on him. Because the soul that sets its love on God and knows his name receives the promise to be delivered and set on high. Since the same God who orders that it be born in hands lest it stumble promises to set it on high, answering with care and exaltation the love with which it clung to his name. They shall bear you up in their hands. Today they shall bear you up in their hands, lest your foot should dash on a stone. On a road full of stones, my soul in you is not alone. It is not the road has no stones, but that I am carried over. They shall bear you up in their hands. My life in you is my cover.
Hold up my goings in your paths, that my footsteps slip not. The psalmist prays a very practical prayer. Hold up my steps so my feet do not slip. He asks not that the road be easy, but that his steps be upheld on it. He acknowledges that on his own he can slip, and so he asks for help to walk. Walking with God is not going alone and strong, but going upheld in his paths. That is why today, before taking my steps, I pray. Hold up my steps, so I do not slip.
Hold prays a prayer, practical, oh God. Hold up my steps, let them not slip. My soul in you is your rod. Hold up my goings in your paths, that my footsteps slip not. I ask not an easy road, my soul in you is his lot. On my own I can slip, so I ask for help. To walk with God upheld, my soul to you is myself. Hold up my steps in your paths, that my footsteps slip not. I ask not an easy road, my soul in you won't rot. Walking with God is not going alone, but upheld within his paths. Hold up my steps in your paths, my life in you are his aftermath.
I have called upon you, for you will hear me, O God. Incline your ear unto me and hear my speech. Asking God to hold up my steps springs from trusting that he hears me. The psalmist asks for upholding because he is sure God inclines his ear and hears him. The prayer for firm steps is born of the certainty of being heard. That is why asking God to hold up my steps is not casting words to the air, but speaking with a God who inclines his ear to listen to me. Because the soul that asks God to hold up its steps does so trusting it will be heard, since the same God to whom it calls inclines his ear, hears its speech, and answers by holding up the steps of the one who asks not to slip.
Keep me as the apple of the eye. Hide me under the shadow of your wings. Show me your marvelous things. My soul in you as it sings. As for me, I will behold your face in righteousness. I shall be satisfied when I awake with your likeness, O Lord. My soul in you as it waits. Hold up my steps in your paths, that my footsteps slip not. I ask not an easy road, my soul in you won't rot. Walking with God is not going alone, but upheld within his paths. Hold up my steps in your paths, my life in you are his aftermath.
Keep me as the apple of the eye. Hide me under the shadow of your wings. Asking for firm steps is joined to asking to be kept as the most precious thing. The psalmist asks to be kept as the apple of the eye, the most delicate and protected. Holding up my steps is part of a care that treats me as something precious. That is why asking God to hold up my steps is asking the care of one who values me, of the one who keeps me as the apple of his eye and hides me under his wings. Because the soul that asks God to hold up its steps does not ask of an indifferent God, but of one who keeps it as the most precious thing, as the apple of his eye, and hides it under the shadow of his wings, holding up with tenderness every step it takes in his paths. Hold up my steps in your paths today.
not an easy road. My soul in you won't rot. Walking with God is not going alone, but upheld within His paths. Hold up my steps in your paths. My life in you are His aftermath.
Uphold me according unto your word, that I may live. And let me not be ashamed of my hope. The psalmist asks to be upheld according to the word of God, and joins that upholding to two things, that he may live, and not be ashamed of his hope. When I have set my hope on God, my greatest fear is to be put to shame, that my trust would turn out to be in vain. That is why I ask for upholding according to His word, so my hope does not shame me. If God upholds me according to what He promised, my hope will not be disappointed. Uphold me according to your word.
The psalmist asks to be upheld according to your word, O God, and joins the upholding to living. My soul in you is your rod. Uphold me according to your word. Let my hope not be ashamed. My trust would not be in vain. My soul in you is His name. My greatest fear is to be put to shame, O Lord. Uphold me by your word. My soul to you is your cord. Uphold me according to your word. Let my hope not be ashamed. If you uphold me as you promised, my soul in you is named. When I hope in you, my fear is that my hope should shame me. Uphold me according to your word. My life in you won't blame me.
Hold me up, and I shall be safe, and I will have respect unto your statutes continually. Being upheld by the word ends in safety and continual delight. The psalmist asks to be upheld so that he may be safe and have respect to God's statutes continually. The upholding of the word is not only endurance, but safety and lasting delight. That is why asking to be upheld according to the word of God points to more than surviving. It points to being kept safe and finding continual delight in what God commands. Because the soul that asks to be upheld according to God's word does not seek only not to fall, but longs to be safe and to have respect to His statutes continually, so that the same upholding that keeps it on its feet leads it to a life kept safe and to a delight that does not end.
You are my hiding
My soul in you is its Lord. For I will keep the commandments of my God. Uphold me according to your word. Be surety for your servant for good. My soul in you is its ward. Uphold me according to your word. Let my hope not be ashamed. If you uphold me as you promised, my soul in you is named. When I hope in you, my fear is that my hope should shame me. Uphold me according to your word. My life in you won't blame me. You are my hiding place and my shield. I hope in your word. Being upheld by the word rests on having hoped in that same word. The psalmist declares he has hoped in the word of God, and that he is his hiding place, asking for upholding according to the word springs from having already trusted in it. That is why being upheld according to God's word is no whim, but the fruit of having set my hope on his word and taking refuge in him. Because the soul that has hoped in the word of God asks with confidence to be upheld according to it. Since the same God whose word is its hiding place and its shield will not disappoint the hope of the one who has trusted in that word, but will uphold it according to what he has said. Uphold me according to your word today. Uphold me according to your word. Let my hope not be ashamed. If you uphold me as you promised, my soul in you is named. Uphold me according to your word. Let my hope not be ashamed. And joins the upholding to living.
The Lord preserves the simple. I was brought low, and he helped me. The psalmist does not hide the lowest point of his story. I was brought low, cast down, without strength to rise. And right there, at that point, he says what happened. And he helped me. God did not wait for me to recover before helping me. He helped me precisely when I was brought low and could do nothing. That is why, when I find myself on the ground again, I remember this. I was brought low, and he saved me.
The psalmist hides not his lowest point, oh God. I was brought low, no strength, my soul in you is your rod. The Lord preserved the simple, brought low, and he helped me. He waited not my recovery, my soul in you lifted me. He saved me right when I was the ground, O Lord, unable to do anything. My soul to you is your chord. I was brought low, and he saved me. The Lord preserves the simple. He saved when I could do nothing. My soul in you is his temple. He waited not my recovery. He saved me, brought low. I was brought low, and he saved me. My life in you aglow.
Return unto your rest, O my soul, for the Lord has dealt bountifully with you. After being saved, the soul is called to return to its rest. The psalmist, saved from his lowness, speaks to his soul, return to your rest. After the rescue comes an invitation to rest in the bounty of God. That is why being saved from the ground is not only rising, but returning to rest, ceasing to be agitated and resting, because God has dealt bountifully with me. Because the soul that has been saved while brought low need not keep struggling in anguish, but can return to its rest, resting in that the same God who saved it has dealt bountifully with it, and that it is no longer brought low, but upheld by the bounty of its Savior. You have delivered my soul from death, my eyes from tears, and my feet from falling. Being saved from the ground embraces the soul, the eyes, and the feet. The psalmist describes a complete salvation, his soul delivered from death, his eyes from tears, his feet from falling. That is why being saved by God is no partial rescue, but one that reaches every part of me, my life, my weeping, and my walking. Because the soul that was brought low and saved by God receives a total deliverance, since the same Lord who lifted it from the ground delivers its soul from death, dries its eyes of tears, and steadies its feet that they slip not, saving it completely in body, weeping, and walk.
I was brought low,
And he
saved me.
today
I was brought low, and he saved me. The Lord preserves the simple. He saved when I could do nothing. My soul in you is his temple. He waited not my recovery. He saved me, brought low. I was brought low, and he saved me. My life in you
You, Lord, have helped me and comforted me. The psalmist joins two actions of God that do not always go together in human life: to help and to comfort. Sometimes someone helps me with something practical, but does not comfort my heart. Other times someone comforts me with words, but does not help me in the concrete. But God does both. He helps me and he comforts me. He solves my need and at the same time cares for my heart. That is why, when I look back, I can say, you helped me and comforted me.
The psalmist joins two actions of God, oh God, to help and comfort at once. My soul in you is your rock. You, Lord, have helped me and comforted me too. You solve my need, my soul in you holds true. At once you tend my heart, not just the practical, oh Lord. Both things you do for me, my soul to you is your core. You have helped me and comforted me, you, Lord, the two together. You solve and tend my heart, my soul in you is feather. Not only practical help, but comfort for the soul. You have helped me and comforted me, my life in you is whole.
Teach me your way, O Lord. I will walk in your truth. The help and comfort of God come joined to his teaching. The psalmist asks God to teach him his way that he may walk in his truth. The same God who helps and comforts also guides and teaches. That is why being helped and comforted by God does not leave me without direction, but comes together with his teaching to walk in his truth. Because the soul that receives the help and comfort of God also receives his guidance, since the same Lord who helps it in its need and comforts its heart teaches it his way, that it may walk in his truth, with a heart fixed in the fear of his name.
I will praise you, O Lord my God, with all my heart. I will glorify your name forevermore. My soul in you is my art.
For great is your mercy toward me, and you have delivered my soul from the depths. But you, O Lord, a God merciful,
my soul in you finds depths. You have helped me and comforted me, you, Lord, the two together. You solve and tend my heart, my soul in you is feather. Not only practical help, but comfort for the soul. You have helped me and comforted me, my life in you is whole.
but you, O Lord, are a God full of compassion and gracious, long-suffering and plenteous in mercy and truth. The help and comfort of God spring from his compassionate character. The psalmist describes God as compassionate, gracious, and plenteous in mercy. The help and comfort he receives are no accident, but the fruit of who God is. That is why being helped and comforted by God reveals to me his heart. A God long-suffering and plenteous in mercy toward me. Because the soul that has been helped and comforted by God knows something of his character, since such help and comfort can only come from a God full of compassion and gracious, long-suffering and plenteous in mercy and truth, who
who bends down with love over the one who comes to him.
You have helped me
And comforted me today.
You have helped me and comforted me. You, Lord, the two together. You solve and tend my heart. My soul in you is feather. Not only practical help, but comfort for the soul. You have helped me and comforted me. My life in you is whole.
You have helped me and comforted me today.
You have enlarged me when I was in distress. Have mercy upon me and hear my prayer. Distress is like a narrow place that presses from every side. In Hebrew, the word for distress has to do with narrowness, with lack of room. And the psalmist recalls what God did. You enlarged me. Where distress pressed me, God opened up room to breathe. He does not always remove the situation, but enlarges the narrow place of the heart. That is why, when distress presses me again, I remember, you enlarged me in my distress.
Distress is a narrow place that presses, oh God. On every side it chokes me. My soul in you is your rod.
You have enlarged me in distress when the narrow place pressed.
Where the straight would choke me, my soul in you is refreshed. You remove not always the thing, but enlarge, oh Lord, the narrow place of the heart. My soul to you is your cord. You enlarge me in my distress, where the narrow place pressed me. You opened room for me to breathe. My soul in you has freed me. You remove not always the situation, but you enlarge the heart. You enlarged me in my distress. My life in you won't part.
Know that the Lord has set apart him that is godly for himself. The Lord will hear when I call unto him. Being enlarged in distress rests on knowing God hears my cry. The psalmist recalls that God has set apart the godly for himself and hears his cry. The enlarging in distress springs from a God who listens. That is why, when distress presses me, I do not cry to a deaf God, but to one who has set his own apart for himself and hears when I call. Because the soul that cries to God from the narrowness of its distress does not shout into the void, but to a God who has set it apart for himself, who hears when it calls, and who answers by enlarging the narrow place where distress had it pressed.
Offer the sacrifices of righteousness and put your trust in the Lord. Many say, who will show us any good? My soul in you is restored. upon us, O Lord. You have put gladness in my heart. My soul in you is its Lord. You enlarge me in my distress, where the narrow place pressed me. You open room for me to breathe. My soul in you has freed me. You remove not always the situation, but you enlarge the heart. You enlarged me in my distress. My life in you won't part.
I will both lay me down in peace and sleep. For you, Lord, only make me dwell in safety. Being enlarged in distress ends in lying down in peace and safety. The psalmist, after being enlarged, can lie down and sleep in peace, for God alone makes him dwell in safety. Though the situation has not changed, that is why being enlarged by God in distress brings rest, a peace to sleep that depends not on everything being solved, but on God. Because the soul that God enlarges in its distress regains the room to rest, and can lie down and sleep in peace, knowing that the Lord alone makes it dwell in safety, though the outward strait has not yet vanished.
You enlarged me in my distress today. You enlarged me in my distress, where the narrow place pressed me. You open room for me to breathe. My soul in you has freed me. You remove not always the situation, but you enlarge the heart. You enlarged me in my distress. My life in you won't part.
But God is the judge. He puts down one and sets up another. Sometimes I worry too much about who approves or rejects me, as if my place depended on the opinions of men. But the psalmist recalls who truly decides. God is the judge. It is not the east, nor the west, nor the desert that exalts. It is God who puts down one and lifts up another, that frees me. I do not depend on who raises or lowers me here, for it is God who lifts up.
I worry over who approves or rejects, oh God, as if my place depended. My soul in you is your rod.
But God is the judge. He puts down one, lifts another.
Not the east nor the desert, my soul in you is my brother. I depend not on who raises or lowers me here, oh Lord. It is God who lifts up my soul to you is your call. God puts down and lifts up, for he is the judge. I depend not on men, my soul in you won't budge. Not the east nor the west, but God who lifts up. God puts down and lifts up. My life in you is my cup.
For promotion comes neither from the east, nor from the west, nor from the south. The one who truly lifts up is no earthly place or power. The psalm rules out one by one the wrong sources of lifting up. Neither the east, nor the west, nor the south can truly raise. That is why seeking to be lifted by men or circumstances is seeking in the wrong place. For only God, the judge, has the power to lift up truly. Because the soul that understands that lifting up comes only from God ceases to wear itself out seeking human approval. Since neither the east, nor the west, nor the south, nor any power of the earth can lift it up truly, but only the God who is the judge, in whose hands is to lift up or to put down.
Said unto the fools, deal not foolishly, and to the wicked, lift not up the horn. Speak not with a stiff neck, my soul in you is reborn. In the hand of the Lord there is a cup, but I will declare forever, I will sing praises to the God of Jacob, my soul in you forever. God puts down and lifts up, for he is the judge. I depend not on men, my soul in you won't budge. Not the east nor the west, but God who lifts up. God puts down and lifts up. My life in you is my cup.
But I will declare forever, I will sing praises to the God of Jacob. Knowing God lifts up leads me to praise him instead of seeking my own name. The psalmist, instead of striving for his own lifting up, decides to praise God forever. The one who knows God lifts up stops promoting himself and begins to worship. That is why resting in that God is the one who lifts up frees me to praise him. Instead of spending my life trying to rise by my own means, because the soul that trusts that lifting up comes from God does not exhaust its strength raising itself, but declares forever and sings praises to the God of Jacob, leaving in the hands of the just, judge the moment and the manner of being lifted up. God puts down and lifts up today.
God puts down and lifts up.
And lifts up today.
God puts down and lifts up, for he is the judge. I depend not on men, my soul in you won't budge. Not the east nor the west, but God who lifts up. God puts down and lifts up. My life in you is my cup.
He raises up the poor out of the dust and lifts the needy out of the dunghill. The psalmist describes a surprising movement of God. He raises the poor from the dust. He lifts the needy from the dunghill. He does not lift him a little to leave him merely better off. He lifts him to seat him with princes in places of honor. God does not specialize in slightly improving those who are already well, but in lifting from the lowest place to the highest height. That is why, however low I feel, there is no distance He cannot cover, for He raises the poor from the dust.
The psalmist describes a movement surprising, oh God. He raises the poor from the dust. My soul in You is Your rod. He raises the poor from the dust, the needy from the dunghill. Not a little, but with princes. My soul in You is His will. He improves not slightly those already well, O Lord. He lifts from the very lowest. My soul to You is Your cord. He raises the poor from the dust. He lifts the needy from the dunghill. From the lowest to the highest, my soul in You is His will. However low I feel, there is no distance You can't cover. He raises the poor from the dust. My life in You uncover.
That He may set him with princes, even with the princes of His people. God raises from the dust not merely a little, but to seat with princes. The psalm says, God lifts the poor to seat him with princes. The destiny of the lifting is not mediocrity, but honor. That is why being lifted by God from the lowest does not leave me halfway, but carries me to a place of dignity I would never have reached. Because the soul that God raises from the dust is not lifted only one step, but carried to sit with princes, in a place of honor that its own condition would never have reached. For the God who raises it does so with the generosity of a king.
Unto the Lord our God, who dwells on high, who humbles Himself to behold. My soul in You is His sky. The things that are in heaven and earth, He makes the barren woman to keep house, a joyful mother of children. My soul in You as it lasts. He raises the poor from the dust. He lifts the needy from the dunghill. From the lowest to the highest, my soul in You is His will. However low I feel, there is no distance You can't cover. He raises the poor from the dust. My life in You uncover.
Who is like unto the Lord our God, who humbles Himself to behold in heaven and in earth? The God who raises from the dust is the same who, being high, humbles Himself to look below. The psalm joins lifting the poor with a God who, dwelling on high, bends down to behold the low. To raise me from the dust, God first humbles Himself to look at me there. That is why being raised from the dust reveals to me a God not indifferent to the low, but who bends down from his height to behold and lift the fallen. Because the soul that is raised from the dust by God discovers that the high God did not ignore it, but that, being the one who dwells on high, he humbled himself to behold down to the dunghill where it was, and bent down to lift it and seat it in honor.
He raises the poor
From the dust
today. He raises the poor from the dust. He lifts the needy from the dunghill. From the lowest to the highest, my soul in you is his will. However low I feel, there is no distance you can't cover. He raises the poor from the dust, my life in you uncover.
You shall revive me again, and shall bring me up again from the depths of the earth. The psalmist, who has seen many troubles, does not stay in them. He looks ahead with astonishing confidence. You shall revive me again. There are two words that open hope: again and once more. It is not the first time God lifts him, nor will it be the last. God has a habit of reviving me again, of lifting me up once more. However deep the abyss I have fallen into, you will revive me again.
The psalmist saw many troubles, yet stays not, O God. He looks ahead with confidence. My soul in you is your rod. You shall revive me again, bring me up from the depths. It is not the first time, my soul in you at length. God has the habit of lifting me once more. However deep the abyss, my soul to you is your shore. You will revive me again, you will bring me up from the depths. It is not the first time you raise me, my soul in you at length. However deep the abyss, you revive me once more. You will revive me again, my life in you is my shore.
You, which have showed me great and sore troubles, shall revive me again. The confidence to be lifted again is born of recalling how many times God already did. The psalmist bases his hope not on having had no suffering, but on the fact that the God who brought him through many troubles always revived him again. That is why trusting God will lift me once more rests on a track record, on recalling all the times he already brought me out of similar depths. Because the soul that has seen many great and sore troubles does not conclude that God has abandoned it, but looks back and sees how many times the Lord revived it again. And from that memory trusts that, once more, he will lift it from the depths where it now is.
shall increase my greatness and comfort me on every side. I will also praise you with the psaltery. My soul in you will abide. My lips shall greatly rejoice when I sing unto you, and my soul which you have redeemed. My tongue shall talk of your righteousness. My soul in you is redeemed. You will revive me again. You will bring me up from the depths. It is not the first time you raised me. My soul in you at length. However deep the abyss, you revive me once more. You will revive me again. My life in you is my shore.
You shall increase my greatness and comfort me on every side. Being lifted again brings increase and a renewed comfort. The psalmist hopes that God will not only lift him, but increase his greatness and comfort him again. The lifting of God leaves things not as before, but better. That is why being lifted from the depths by God is not only returning to the starting point, but being comforted again and raised beyond where I was. Because the soul that God lifts again from the depths is not simply returned to its former state, but receives an increase of greatness and a renewed comfort, since the same God who brings it up from the deep lifts it abundantly, comforting it again and carrying it higher than where it had fallen. You will revive me again today. You will revive me again. You will bring me up from the depths. It is not the first time you raise me. My soul in you at length. However deep the abyss, you revive me once more. You will revive me again. My life in you is my shore.
I will extol you, O Lord, for you have lifted me up, and have not made my foes to rejoice over me. I close this album with the most natural response of one who has been lifted. I will extol you, for you lifted me up. Across 20 songs I have seen God lift up and sustain. Raise my head, bring me up from the pit, uphold my hand, lift me from the dust. And now, on my feet again, I can do nothing else but extol the one who lifted me. The one who has been lifted by God responds by lifting up the name of God. That is why, with all that I am, I will extol you, for you lifted me up.
Close the album with the response, most natural, oh God. I will extol you, for you raised me. My soul in you is your rock. I will extol you, oh Lord, for you have lifted me up. You let not my foes rejoice. My soul in you is his cup. Across 20 songs I saw you lift and sustain. And now on my feet I extol my soul to you once again. I will extol you, for you lifted me up. Oh Lord, you left me not fallen. The one lifted lifts up your name. My soul in you is his clarion. On my feet I can do nothing else but extol the one who lifted me. I will extol you, for you lifted me up. My life in you is set free.
O Lord my God, I cried unto you, and you have healed me. The one who extols God for lifting him recalls that he cried and was healed. The psalmist extols God, recalling that he cried in his need and God healed him. The exalting is not empty, but the echo of a real rescue. Across the album I have learned to cry from the lowest place. And at the close I recall that every time I cried, God answered and lifted me. Because the soul that has been lifted by God does not extol out of habit, but recalls every time it cried from its need and was healed. And from that memory of real rescue extols the Lord. It's God, because he truly lifted it up.
Sing unto the Lord, O you saints of his, and give thanks at the remembrance of his holiness. For his anger endures but a moment. My soul in you is his likeness, but his favor endures for a lifetime. Weeping may endure for a night, but joy comes in the morning. My soul in you is delight. 20 psalms that lift up taught me to be raised. I will extol you, for you lifted me up. My soul in you amazed. I will extol you, for you lifted me up. Oh Lord, you left me not fallen. The one lifted lifts up your name. My soul in you is his clarion. On my feet I can do nothing else but extol the one who lifted me. I will extol you, for you lifted me up. My life in you is set free.
You have turned for me my mourning into dancing. You have put off my sackcloth and girded me with gladness. Being lifted by God turns mourning into dancing and sorrow into gladness. The psalmist describes the change God worked. His mourning turned to dancing, his sackcloth to gladness. Being lifted is not only ceasing to be fallen, but passing from weeping to the dance. That is why the end of these 20 songs is no final period, but a mourning turned to dancing by the hand of the God who lifted me. Because the soul that has been lifted and sustained by God, does not stay recalling only its fall, but celebrates how the Lord turned its mourning into dancing, put off its sackcloth and girded it with gladness, so that its mouth may not be silent, but sing to him glory, and be not still, extolling forever the God who lifted it up. I will extol you, for you
lifted me up today.